What's up, guys? It's D1BD Universe, and sorry if it's a little bit more dim than usual. One of my light bulbs blew out for some unknown stupid reason. I only say that because light bulbs blow out every now and then. But picture this: 3 days ago, one of my light bulbs blew out in the ceiling thing that had three sockets in it, and I had two light bulbs. One blew out, and I replaced it. Easy enough. And then 2 days later, another one blows out on the second one. So I'm like, you need to give me more clarification, you stupid thing. But I need to go buy more light bulbs so I can get this place, not as dark as I prefer it to be. But this is all right. You can see me, just my face a little bit in the darkness a bit, but whatever. This is gonna be the Steven Universe episode. Steven Floats. I was unable to get this because when I went to try to find this episode, it wasn't around, but now it is, so then I got it, and now I'm about to react to it. And of course, Steven Universe, Google Drive, link in the description below, find me in that dimension, and come back if you want to hear my end review of the said episode. And then we're going to wait for other episodes to come out. Okay, but also I need to address this, sorry, it was taking a while. Remember, it's in the Google Drive if you ever want to see it. But I need to address this, and I need to address this. Apparently, these episodes weren't meant to come out yet. I did not know this. I seriously did not know this. When I found these episodes, I thought it was like an official release, and so that's why I had the incentive to react to them, but apparently not. They actually were released in France. Or something like that. That's what people have been telling me, and I got like messages saying that I'm apparently spoiling things. But since it's still an official release and people can still find it online pretty easily, it's technically just a release. It just didn't get released on television. And to tell you the truth, I don't watch television, so of course I wouldn't actually legit know that these were on television or not. I don't watch television because one, I don't have a cable box, and two, television. Why watch television when I can find anything I want to watch online and watch on Hulu or Netflix or something like that? It's easy. So when it comes to like this scenario, I'm sorry if I did spoil anything for people who because there are still people who watch their stuff on television and don't want to watch anything online. So I'm sorry for that, but I didn't know at the time. So at this point, again, if other episodes are coming out and they didn't get released on TV, I didn't know. And I'll see if it's good or not for me to upload them. Because at this point, if it wasn't released in the US TV-wise, then I would suggest uploading them. If you uploaded them on YouTube, it'll be really, really bad, and you'll get a copyright strike almost immediately, because I'm pretty sure that's not how things are supposed to go. Like, it's like a person, they can't talk about a movie they got done because it's like a binding of contract or something like that. So in this case, just keeping it safe with the Google Drive, and we're going to continue keeping it safe with the Google Drive. So yeah, again, Google Drive, link in the description, and come back for end review. So we're just going to get started. 3, 2, 1, now. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, the reaction should be over, and we should be back on YouTube. I gotta say, I like how casual with a level of continuity seriousness this episode holds. It's like, it has like structure of being a casual episode where it's like no impending doom, like, giant evil thing meant to destroy everyone on Earth or something like that, but it was just a laid-back one where Steven learns that he now has the same power as his mother to float, which was hinted very well, why did I say welly? Well, in the story, because every time we see Rose, whenever she lands with such grace. Then why doesn't anyone else can do that? So some might point it toward that dress that she has, and it kind of like it gathers enough air to just allow her to land safely. But I kind of suggested maybe she has some sort of float ability. So now Steven has inherited that same power, which is good. And I love how when I made the comment about how most, if not all the time, that his powers kick in, it usually encompasses him nearly dying. With the shapeshifting, with the cat hands, it's all like, oh no, I can't control, I'm turning into a cat mutant thing. Thanks, Dad, for spraying with enough water to control it. With the, scenario. Oh, the whole aging process thing. He was aging so fast, he was just gonna basically age out of existence and stuff like that. And it's all tied to his emotions, and it took him long, it literally took him long enough to finally realize he controls his powers with his emotions. Now, with this new power of floating, also forgot, like, his ability to heal with a spit. It wasn't necessarily a life-threatening situation. Mostly just the story was life-threatening. The story was life-threatening. It wasn't really much with emotions. It was just like a weird defect besides tears and spit. But let's just go off with that. And yeah, we're just gonna go off on that. My favorite joke so far in the series. Garnet pretty much saying of her future sight. Steven did all this other stuff. He already learned his tied to his emotions, so he's ready to calmly and safely land down here and give us a hug. Bah! And I timed it so perfectly. It's like, I love this show. I love this show. I love this show so much. I love this show. I love this show, okay? So, since this is the last episode right now that I have, I'm gonna go check online to see if there's another episode that just magically came out of nowhere, like, how I didn't get this one afterwards. I'm gonna talk about the situation of Jasper for a bit. Because there's a lot of things going on, like right now. We have a giant cluster that's currently bubbled in the center of the Earth. Bubbles can be transported, which is, my theory, I forgot to say, my theory didn't go out very well, but I was right about one thing in the theory, and that's it. They were going to bubble the cluster. I knew the cluster was going to be bubbled. I knew their whole trying to destroy thing was not going to work, because how you're going to destroy that many gems with only like 3 drills, apparently. That wasn't going to cut it. So they had to bubble it somehow, and apparently that's how they bubbled it. So that part of the theory was done. I thought they were going to transport it to the only place we know is large enough to probably hold something that big. And I thought they were going to teleport it into Rose's room. If they teleport into Rose's room, which is this massive place that's so big that it can actually make an entire island, or town, you could say, I'm pretty sure it could hold the cluster, and since it's not really making anything, it's just holding it. It's not gonna like overload it with like what Steven did in that one episode. He just used it as a container, and so no longer in the Earth. The Earth is no longer in some impending doom of the thing, possibly getting out of the bubble and forming itself. However, some other people have been saying that can it be teleported only to where the gems are? Because that's what I get the impression of when they teleport into that giant room with all the other bubbled up gems. And so I also thought they can also teleport into the separate rooms, like Rose's room for the cluster itself. But people are also saying that they can teleport it other places too. If they can teleport it, I'm pretty sure this is not how it works. If they can teleport the bubble somewhere off planet, I'm pretty sure that can't happen. And the whole thing is, I think they can only teleport it if they are large enough to allow it to be teleported. Because they always have to like do this with the bubble and be large enough with it to allow it to teleport. I don't see any of them being able to smack their hands down to allow it to really do that, unless Garnet can hold the power that she had in that one anime episode, or anime-centric episode, where she can make giant gauntlets, which I'm pretty sure that's not actually one of her powers. If it is, that's cool, but that's all I gotta say about the cluster-oriented thing. What I know about the cluster is it's going to be used later on in the series. It's going to be like their ace and hole. It's their trump card. Somehow they're going to get it out of the Earth and allow it to help them fight. It's a planet-busting thing. It's made out of millions of gems getting to know each other. That is something you need to use in the series, and I'll be really disappointed if this series ends without that coming back somehow in the right light. As for Jasper, people have been going off with theories upon Jasper, and many theories seem to be pretty on point with things, and I'm also on the account of a theory that Jasper is currently in dire need of help, and that dire need of help is only remember, this is a theory, so it's not clear cut, it's confirmed, believe what you want to believe. So if you don't want to hear the theory, you don't have to hear the theory. But Jasper, since we didn't get to see her face, which is weird, accounting to the fact that there's no other reason to not see her face, is because her gem is on her face. And she seemed to hit the ground pretty hard, or the last attack really hit home when it comes to like getting them separated from Malachite. But in the end, she more than likely probably cracked her gem. And when she fell, who knows? She probably cracked her gem with that last fall of anything. But the reason why not to show her face can only mean one thing: that her gem is cracked, because it's on her nose, right? And if her gem is cracked, she's gonna slowly start to deteriorate, pretty much be Amethyst in that one episode, and she's gonna need help. So it's either gonna be the saddest episode of Steven Universe ever, or the most hope-inspiring episode of Steven Universe ever. The sad part being, we're gonna see Jasper slowly deteriorate and meet the other cast and refuse to help. And if she refuses to help because she truly wants to believe what Homeworld is doing is right, she will die for Homeworld without having to betray them by going into the Crystal Gems. It will be incredibly sad, but it will be something on Jasper's character of how she's dedicated to what she believes is right to her own people. And not have to be converted like Peridot. Because I can't really say Lapis. Lapis wasn't really converted, she just her own thing. She was in the wrong place in the wrong time. And it would be very sad, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would kind of see that as cool, and a lot of people would see that as very, very heartening. And then there's the hopeful, inspiring one, where Jasper is still in that state, meets the main cast, and gets the help that she needs. Steven heals the gem, and then she becomes part of the Crystal Gems. And then you got the next member, and I got this one theory from one creator. I don't remember the name. I'm sorry about that. I'll put a link in the description if I do remember it and I go. There's a person saying that all the great things Jasper can do if she was part of the cast. Like, Jasper is also a quartz, so you can help Amethyst, who is also a quartz, learn how to really manifest her powers, and it'll be really good. Combat training with her and Garnet, because they've been having they had that fight once, and that shows they really good with sparring with one another. Big tactical training with both her and Pearl. Rekindling a friendship with Lapis, like how Peridot's currently doing, and also continue friends with Peridot, learning that now we're no longer part of the Diamond Authority, we're now part of this new group of friends, and tell Steven the side of Rose that we never really got to see during the war, because Jasper clearly showed that she had some history with Rose. All these things can really be very beneficial to Jasper if she was part of the group. And again, many good things can go off a villain or a very complex character remaining that character because they truly believe that. Not everyone has to be converted. Not everyone can be converted. I like that lesson to be, like, you know, really expressed. Not everyone can be converted to the side of good if you give them good enough words. Because some people are either too stupid to understand or too dedicated to what they already know to really, like, want to just say, okay, I believe what you believe in. It's pretty much like religion at this point. Many Christians go off on what atheists and what all other people in other religions. You can't just have a person that doesn't believe in this particular thing go to this other person that's been raised to believe in this particular thing and expect those two people to either convert one another to their side easily, at least. And so that's just how I like a real world aspect to look out on. But trust me, I would love to see Jasper with the group, and I would also love to see her just go out like the villain that she was depicted as in the very beginning when we first saw her, headbutting Steven separating Garnet for the first time that we get to see, and headbutting Steven. Like, that was like the pinnacle of a point where it was like, this was a villain. So again, you decide whether or not what side I'm on when it comes to like Jasper's thing. You can leave up your own opinions and theories in the comment section below to help yourselves out. This is a community. We're supposed to commute, right? So yeah, be like that, and whatever happens, I'll give you my full grievances, or, like, you know, what I have to take upon what the creators decide what to do with Jasper. From what I've already heard, they want to do a lot of things with Jasper, and that's the fact that she's a complicated character, and they're not just going to kill her off like how it seemed like they just killed her off right there just as she fell. No, she's alive. She's fine. It's going to take a lot more than just one fall to get rid of Jasper. So, yeah. That's all I got to say about this, and yeah, this was a good episode. Can't wait until more episodes are coming out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.